Before you watch this video and wonder, David, that's not your current car. This video was actually recorded years ago on my old channel and I just happened to find it again. And I'm going to show you guys my old car. I figured this would be a cool way to showcase the Civic that I had before this one. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you want next. Today we got to do some reviewing of a car part that I bought a few months ago, and maybe I should warn y'all about it as well. So before we go and look at the car's current state, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a preview of what the car looked like before. Alright, so this is pretty much how the car looked like when I had bought it around 3 months ago. And as you can tell, the wheel gap, it's quite bad. But we all know as car guys, when we buy our first project car, we don't like that extra wheel gap, so we want to close it in. And how do we do this? We either get lowering springs as a first option, and if you have a little bit more money to spend on your project car, we get some coilovers. Coilovers are usually the better option, because if you don't want to buy a winter beater, you can always raise the coilovers a few inches to stock ride height, and you don't even need to put the old suspension back on. As lowering springs, you can't really do that. So what I did a few months ago is I went on eBay. I paid around $480 for these Maxpeedingrods coilovers. I knew they were cheap, not the best brand you can ever get. And it definitely started to show after I've been driving them now till today. After having them settle in, the springs got a little bit more damp, and I will show you now what I am talking about. Before, you guys are just gonna say, yeah, well, you should have bought the good ones in the first place. I'm not saying cheap coilovers are bad. If you do want a better ride quality though, you're gonna have to pay a higher price. Not all of us are made of money. Remember. Alright, and here is the EM2. Now, number one thing I do like about the wheels and the coilovers is I can see the coilovers through the wheels, so that's pretty neat, I think. And here's the wheel gap. See, I can stick one finger perfectly in. And if we go to the back, pretty much the same thing, but it's a little bit higher. And yep, there are the coilovers again. I could have just slammed them by loosening the spring, but I don't want to wreck my coilovers right away. So that's pretty much what it looks like on this end. If we go on the other side, it's about the same thing. So yeah. And as you can tell here, yeah, the springs do not go down at all. It is pretty much a brick on wheels. Not fun. It does look cool though. Now, with having shown you that, riding static is cool on the outside, except for on the inside, I am actually having a storm and a tornado. Meaning I feel every single bump that most people wouldn't even know about on the road. With that being said, yes, you will have not as great as a ride quality as if you would have gotten BC coilovers. Maxpeedingrods really aren't bad. Yeah, they're cheap, they don't have the mint ride quality, but if you want to lower your car, slam it at that, for a cheap price under $800 to $1,000, that's the way to go.